Hello, yes, I am back. Okay, I was in Italy for a couple of weeks. Not that you care, but I am back and watching the games. It sucks because everything, all of my accounts were or are obviously in the US based. So when I try to access them in Italy to watch the games, to watch Champions League, to do whatever, I was locked out, so that was great. And then it was tough because I was a couple places where I didn't even get internet, so I didn't even find out until deep into the trip, and then you're traveling and moving. But anyway, back to what actually matters. Okay, the Liverpool game. Liverpool played today. They played Crystal Palace, and I think that there was probably. Probably like two big talking points that came out of that game that I think I really want to hone in on. And that was, one is that Arne Slot was right. He said that earlier, I forget what press conference it was at, but he said that they haven't really faced a big team and that he doesn't feel that his forwards are firing like they should be. Okay. And I think everybody, kind of ran with, he's taking a dig at Manchester United, which was funny, which I also was like, true. It was funny. It was good. But at the same time, it was like, he's an ambitious dude, because they were like, hey, are you happy that you're having a hot start? Well, Nottingham Forest still is in the back of my mind. So, you're like, okay, he's really ambitious. But really, in watching this game, you can kind of see, I don't think he's being like this overly perfectionist guy. I think he actually is noticing that, like, damn, I'm trying to tinker about with this forward line. He's tried Darwin up front. He's tried him on a couple of sides. Luis Diaz was pretty much undroppable. Didn't play this game at the start. So he's still tinkering with the front line, and I think he's still trying to find the one that's going to work best. And I don't, it doesn't look like he found it just yet, because honestly, Diogo Jota, for as much as I love Diogo Jota, and because he flashes so well and then usually gets injured, he leaves me like, damn, if he was healthy, I know he'd be phenomenal. And now he's healthy, and I'm like, damn. Like, I wish he would do more. He's a fresh, I think in the forward line, I think they're kind of misfiring, as Arne Slot said. And honestly, Trent Alexander-Arnold probably should have had like a hat trick of assists with Diogo Jota missing like a point-blank header. He did score one where he just kind of tapped it in, basically. And he had another one not that long after, and he missed that. So it's like, just misfiring, okay? And normally that would make a Liverpool fan a little bit more nervous, especially on the back of last season. But this season, they've been much better defensively. But again, the forwards have just been misfiring, and that was the other thing. That number two, I think I'm safe to say that I trust Liverpool's defense now. I think that they have actually turned it around. I'm always just scared to like give them that kind of credit to bank it in, because they had been so wish-washy hello Lewis on defense, that I was just like kind of nervous, and I was kind of waiting out and seeing, and happy that they were performing defensively. But I think it's safe to say that they are the real deal. I think Virgil van Dijk, after his injury, took a season. He wasn't looking the best, but I think he's got full confidence. And let's just say it, Ryan Gravenberch has absolutely, boom, just with his form, with the fact that he can't put a foot wrong right now, honestly, he's been phenomenal. And I think that's a big part of it, because Liverpool didn't really have a six like that. And so, that is a big piece that they're missing. Lewis, son, what are you doing? So now that he is that, and again, they still need depth. They still need someone there. They still need another person there as well. But for right now, he is doing phenomenal. And so I think those were the two biggest talking points. Obviously, the other one was as well that Alisson got hurt. He had to get substituted off. Jaros was going to make me a little bit nervous, but, he had that one-on-one with Eze, and he did great. So very happy to see that. Very happy to see that Liverpool could get those ugly wins, really. Little bit nervous about the forward line, but I think that they'll figure it out. I think that it's weird because they've never had that problem. It's always kind of been the defense / midfield, and now, now that the midfield and defense is figured out, now the forwards can't really figure out. So it's like, it's tough. But again, you win. They've only lost to Nottingham Forest. The rest have been wins. Hard to complain. Going into this international break, top of the table, again, hard to complain. It really is. So I'm loving that. And then I think on Crystal Palace side, the biggest thing that I saw from Crystal Palace was that Guéhi does not look the same. Guéhi, he kind of was touted as the next thing, and I think he had a great Euros with England. Ever since he's been back, again, I don't know if it's his transfer, that maybe distracted his mind or whatever you call that, turned his head, has him somewhere else. But he's not really looked good. And so I think that that's something that's slightly concerning, and it's weird because Crystal Palace is always a team that they look exciting and they look like, dang, they're just getting kind of some unfortunate results, but it's just kind of how they're living right now, and they're getting less of the positive results than they have been the negative results, again, as of late. So we'll see. I always like Crystal Palace, so hopefully that they can turn it around on their end. But yeah, very, very early this game, Liverpool, and good to see that they got a win, and happy to see that. And I'm just glad that Arne Slot is as ambitious as he is, and I hope that this keeps going. I hope that this run of form keeps going, and we'll be happy to see it. The best Dutch manager in the Premier League, I believe.